So for a team that got to the Championship, Wycombe Wanderers are now struggling in League One. Much like Charlton have, they've dropped down to the 3rd tier and crashed bottom half. The only difference with Wycombe to all the clubs around them is the history they've had with one man. Akinfenwa was the beast, as today we build a team of beasts. And do you guys want kits like this one, or even this one? If you do, make sure to check out Soccer Deal Shop, link in the description. Cheap and affordable replica kits, and if you use MWS in the promo code checkout, you get yourselves 10% off. As today's aims are simple, we have to build a team with plus 80 physical in all positions. And not only that, we've got to win the Champions League, so this is going to be a very tough challenge. And the first things first, we've got to check our team to see who's physical and who isn't. I mean, actually looking at them, we've got Ryan Tavazzoli, who's 79. Just got to train him by 1. Lehigh's 77. He should reach it soon, but the only player I see is Sam Vokes. Got a lot of players, especially on the bench, who are in the 70s. They should grow very quickly. Speaking of growth, this channel at the moment is almost on 25,000 subscribers. If we could hit that by May 9th, I would love you guys forever. Honestly would. Not that I don't already, as we've got to focus on this team, of course, and it's a very old team. I mean, yeah, looking at the age of some players, we've got to get youngsters and strong youngsters, as the money scenario as well before player signings is 2 million, but that is after contracts. And we're starting off here with only 2 signings probably in season number 1, where we'll aim for promotion. I think we should be up there, like they should in real life, as Lyndon Dykes comes across from London. Well, he might have come up, across, down, I don't know, but we've got another one walking through the Wycombe door, as luckily enough for us, we had just about 2.4 million to get Tom Hammer. Well, to get the pair, not just Tom Hammer, who comes from a league rival and is 82 rated. Physicality-wise, same with Lyndon Dykes, 82 physicality and better than Vokes, as that is the team after putting them to win. Of course, it's not all over 80 plus physical just yet. With only the little amount of money we did get, we're going to be rocking with that. And we're going to be going into the season. As you might have clocked, of course, there was no objective to get rid of players that don't have 80 plus physicality. I think that would make it very, very tough. As Wigan up first, that's tough in itself. Wonder if they've got any strong players. Of course, we can't afford them this year, as I think our team looks okay. Lyndon Dykes up front should be good for this division, but we start the season with a loss to Athletic. Right. Okay. We don't get to start by seeing the league table. Gotta stay confident, as I'm gonna look at the team and see if we've got players going over the physicality mark. I don't want to keep checking this, as it's a good job as well. We got Lyndon Dykes, as Sam Vokes has already gone under 80 physicality. Not good for him, but like I say, I don't see anyone else improving as well. Yeah, just really the players we already signed, as Wycombe, we're top of the league. Didn't expect to see that, and oh my day. Like, where is Barnsley? Where are the good teams? Or some of the good teams like Bolton, Charlton left down here, Barnsley in 20th, Leyton Orient in 24th. I can't believe this. We've got to try and steal maybe some of their players. But for now, of course, we don't have the money, and we are in round 2 of the BSM. Saw quite a few comments telling me to make it an objective to win this, but I want to get promoted straight away. If we can keep this up, of course, and winning the BSM is usually not something you do first time. And, well, please say we've done it. Please say we've done it. I mean, looking at the ratings, we may stand a chance. As I'm gonna hold the horses for 2 seconds longer, though. Look at top scorers, and wow, Lyndon Dykes, although 28 already, gets 28 goals in the league. In his first season, that's phenomenal. Gareth McCleary, he is leaving us. And Chen Campbell the same, only being on loan. So that's gonna make the championship hard, as yes, I've not made a mistake. We are in the championship. 11 defeats and 6 draws, but 29 wins sends the chairboys up. Great stuff from us, as in the FA Cup, I mean, 1-0 to Arsenal. I don't mind that. Not a bad way to go out. And similarly enough, not a bad way to lose on penalties to the Saints. That's in the Carabao. As BSM, we won't be winning it unless we get relegated straight away. It was Derby to knock us out, and that's a real shame. Same with a lot of the contracts of these lads here that run out next year. But honestly, with the team we have, we've got to hope and pray somehow we can stay in the Championship. And second season here with Wycombe, I have a lot of good signings planned. If we can make the money anyway, as you know the positions we need, both of those full wingers. I was going to say fullbacks then, because McCarthy caught my eye and he could do with replacing. Haven't thought of his replacement. Then again, defenders should not be hard to get with high physical. That's their bloody job. Has £8 million in the bank, and it's got me thinking I might have to bend the rules a little bit and allow us to take in some youth players, because we've only got 19 players here at Wycombe. And that is to be a challenge if we are to stay up. As what do the board expect anyway? They expect us to avoid relegation, plain and simple, which is really what we need to do as well. So let's get started, shall we? Bringing in a winger from the Swedish league? Is it the Alsavian? You know I'm terrible with names. You tell me in the comments, as Gustav Ludwigsson comes into the club. A left winger with a 71 rating and that 80 physical mark we needed him to be. As now we switch attention to the right-hand slot. And honestly, you're not going to see this man coming. As no, it's not Akinfenwa coming out of retirement, but it's Adama Traore. Most of our budget on that man right there, and our two wingers, probably some of the best players in our team. And we are not done just yet, though. Not done just yet. Two more signings. Unfortunately, free agents. But we need to fill our team out, as Kevin Krause is the first one. Centre-back, 80 physicality. As the main one that really matters though is Mitchell Dykes, because this man's a left back. Unfortunately 31-year-old, and Krause now getting the team. Is that good enough to stay up? We're gonna have to see, as it says Traore's not had a good pre-season. As long as he plays well though against Preston North End. Come on big man, we need to stay up, and that is a sign of fight. He does get our first goal, as after a 3-3 draw in our opening game, will the entertainment factor stay in store for Wycombe? And I don't mind this, 11th place and only 8 defeats. We've just drawn a lot of games, but so far so good, staying up, and with the rivals Derby that got promoted with us. Again, I know they're not actual rivals. I just mean rivals as in we both came from League One, as this is the team that we've got. And of course, we're getting a few players go up. Don't mind the ratings. And end of the year, we did survive, and that is all I can ask for. Finishing comfortably in 16th. I'll take it, I'll take it. As also I'll take a round 4 of the FA Cup, losing to Leicester. Not bad, it's gradual improvement as we lost to London rivals Watford in the Carabao. And of course, as we all know, we don't have any football in the BSM trophy. Good luck to the Chairboys in real life. But here you can see we're getting a few good ratings, and in the old players like Adama and Dykes. I mean, potential is dynamic in this game, and I do like the team. I don't think it could push for promotion, as we'll get players signed up, we've got enough money for contracts, and we'll go again. Hopefully finishing above mid-table. And this is going to be incredibly difficult to pick some signings, but we've got to get it done. As one thing we've got to still take into account, despite how good our team has got from the start, a lot of these players are very old. You've got Adama on one wing, 32 Ludwigsson on the other, and a really weak bench, which doesn't help our proceedings. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult to progress. But that's what we've got to do. And we're starting off with a free agent I scouted last year. Wanted to wait till this year when we had a budget, as Lucas Freiger is going to step into the cam role. As how stupid of me. I didn't mention the budget before the free agent. We've got 10 mil still, but you can see a chunk of that has been taken out by the free signing, plus we've still got contracts to be signed. After, though, we bring in our players, our physical players, starting with a centre-back. A common man for EFL rebuilds, Irian Cashin, or whatever his first name is. Iran, Ewan, I don't know what it is. It's probably an Irish name, as this is a big player in both size and rating for the championship. Probably a formation change, as 5.5 mil for Elijah Adebayo. 6'4", and yes, we're going 4-4-2 with him and Dykes as our partnership up front. As this team, although like I say it's really old, does have a lot more quality than before. This could be a good season. It really could. As you can see, I'm skipping through pre-season. I don't want to lose anyone. As we start with Hull City, and we've got to take it to them. We are playing tiki-taka football as well. I forgot to mention that. Probably best to play Route 1 with physical players up front, but we're not going to do that, as Lyndon Dykes with the double and Ludwigson with the first make sure Wycombe have winning ways starts here. And this ain't that bad. This ain't bad at all. Can we be pushing for promotion with that? I mean, an injury to Ludwigson on the wing. Still, I'm not too disheartened. Wycombe look good. A few players we need here and there, as we are everywhere. Third in the league, which is phenomenal. I mean, top two are absolutely gone. Preston Palace, well done to you, lads. Flying very high, as there's the Stoke City game in the FA Cup, but the Carabao. We have a semi-final against West Ham United, or two semi-finals. How good will we be? We'll have to wait till the end to see how we are, as Adama Traore back to his best. Funny that he does better at Wycombe than he did at Barcelona and Wolves and Villa. Wycombe Wanderers making talent. And it isn't bad end of the year. Don't know about the Carabao just yet, but we reached the playoffs. That's not the full story, though. It wasn't the fairy tale ending in third. We slipped down to fifth. Still, we're in it, and we can't be too disheartened by that, as we got to a quarter-final in the FA Cup where we were beaten by West Ham, and they won the Carabao. That means, of course, that they beat us, and they beat us 4-3. Disappointing that, but after everything, can this team go and get into the Prem? Adebayo suspended for the first leg, but we've come out of Burnley with a draw. Well, actually, that one was at Adams Park, as at Turf Moor, we turf Burnley over. What a fantastic win, as we have Southampton next. Wembley Stadium awaits the Chairboys. Failed to get promoted last time they were there, as Lyndon Dykes in extra time wins 3-2 at the Saints, and with our poor team. Actually, it's a Lyndon Dykes hat-trick. Wow. Didn't expect that from the Flying Scotsman, but yeah, with that weak team, we're in the Prem. And yes, it needs strengthening. We've lost some players, as 44 million, all of it's getting spent, as this is the team that Wycombe Wanderers have. And honestly, apart from the front two, I don't like most of it. We do have Traore, Hamer, and Dykes, who's leaving us soon. Oh, and cash in. Literally, could we cash in on cash in to get more cash to stay in the Prem? And we're going to get started. First player, I don't like to say it, but it's a free agent. As welcome for our midfield, Grishka Promel. We were going to sign him, even if we kept our midfield. As he's not the only one, though. He's going to get a partner, and Sander Berge, a player I love to sign, for a combined 8 million. That's not too bad, but still, as you can see, loads of players needed. But they're not the only two. For our midfield, sitting on the bench, Leander Dendoncker, a player that could have played centre-back if it wasn't for this man, Maxime Esteve, coming in instead. As that is our new look team. Not awful, but I think a left back could complete the job. As welcome to the club, our last chance at survival, another defender in Julian Ryerson. As that's our team built, that's our team set. Come on, Chairboys, just survive in the Premier League. A bit worried about our captain, Ludwigson, who looked weak, and that start to the year, it could be worse. Palace are first though, and at Selhurst Park, as they've got that team you see in front of you. I think it's something Gordon up front there, playing a youth player, but they still beat us by 2-1. And it's survival so far. Wycombe Wanderers, wow. With the rebuild we had to do, we are surviving. Definitely not clear of it yet. The danger zone was still there as Cashin's old team, Derby in the FA Cup. As I'm not checking the Carabao, I think we're already out. And speaking of Cashin, an 82 rating. As it's got me thinking, I don't think we've hit it yet. No, because of Ludwigsson, but everybody else in this team, bar our left midfielder, has 80 plus physicality, which shows how well this challenge is going. And honestly, we've just got to keep it up and keep the team up. And when I thought we were going to move closer to relegation, well, we've survived by 8 points. That feels like a trophy in itself, as we haven't got through in the FA Cup. That's fine. And we knew already we hadn't done well in the Carabao. Oh, there it is. We lost to Swansea 1-0. Not too bothered at all. Anyway, and that's fine, as the only improvements have been our back two. 2 left-footed centre-backs in Esteve and Cashin. Little bit weird. As our next year improvements, I'm definitely going Ludwigsson. That is a given. And either centre midfielder or goalkeeper, as I haven't touched upon how we improve a keeper, and it's simple. Come with me, I'll just show you. Take Strijek, for example, who we're gonna try and sell. The positioning has to be over 80, as that is the stat where the physical stat would be for an outfield player. I was gonna go with kicking, but when I looked at keepers, I realized how low kicking is with the majority of them, and getting one would be difficult. As we've evaluated improvements, and we have received 36 million, not very good, to try and go again with Wycombe Wanderers. And one thing I'm going to look at, regen physical players. As, yeah, I looked in that free agent market and I saw absolutely nothing I liked. And I should have expected it. Young players aren't the strongest, but a good positional keeper is Nubel. Happy to bring him through the door, as the next 3 players are all 3 midfielders. And I don't know how I feel about it, because I'm trusting Dykes, who should be downgrading, but Yilmaz isn't. Right midfielder by trade, but he's going to be playing on the left, and in the centre spot, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Back in London, and hopefully with a bang, as the team now is all plus 80 physical. And to be fair, I was happy finishing on that. But as you can see, Lyndon Dykes, who I spoke about, leaving Wycombe. And that is because we received good money for him, 45 million. His evaluation's already gone up. Very overpriced, and leaves us now with 40 million and already a decent squad. So yeah, it's got to, of course, be a striker we can get in. We'll keep an eye out for others, but striker first. And so with that money, we found our replacements. We've got 2. First one is the backup striker, and I'm not even gonna try and say his name, as the main choice for us was this man, Tammy Abraham, at 6'5". And now we've strengthened the bench. Yeah, sure, we could do with 2 more defenders, but the team as well, with only 1 player less than 80 rated, and everyone, of course, very physical and strong. Oh, and it's interesting, actually. Tammy Abraham just signing with our first game being Chelsea. The ex-club, of course, of that man and Loftus-Cheek, who we've signed in this window. It was kind of a little blessing in disguise for them to return. As Sander Berg with 2 goals. And we beat Chelsea 2-1 at Stamford Bridge in a London derby. As can Wycombe keep this up? As oh my days, I don't know how we've done in the league, but I can see we've got Grimsby in the cup, and that really demotivates me. But however, I'm not demotivated by the league position. Sure, we should be higher with the ratings we have, but 10th place after fighting relegation, I'll take it. And yeah, I mean, looking at our team, I just said we were good in 10th. What am I talking about? We've got 2 brilliant strikers, a brilliant midfield, and a good 2 centre-backs. We should be up there. Or actually, though, I might have been a bit harsh, as Tammy's gone up 2, but played 4 games. And that's due to injury, as Tim has been playing, Kleijdendienst who I don't think will touch a ball again. Wow, and come the end of the year, Wycombe Wanderers were 1 point off the Premier League title as Arsenal go and win it, and that is a fair shot at it. Surely a trophy as well to go alongside. A good season? But no, not the FA Cup at least. Manchester United got in our way, and Port Vale stopped our Carabao exploits, and also big shout out to Carlisle United, a team I've been told to rebuild sometime, as that is the team that we've rebuilt so far with Wycombe. Our attack force of Adebayo and Abraham need to keep on going. I'm going to call them the batteries up front. My reasoning behind that, double A batteries, if you get the gist. As they're both 30-year-old though, so they might not have that long left, as our top scorer, another 30-year-old, in Berge, Burge, Burger, whatever you want to call him, he is working in our midfield as our captain and gone up to 85 rated, as we've got to decide now how to improve this squad. A Champions League run to come in a moment, as 123 mil, more than I expected, but for a London club, it kind of makes sense. In the capital of England, doing well, big infrastructure. So let's get signing, not watching us sit on that money forever. We're gonna get it spent. As an improvement to start off with, the right back slot was quite weak with Hamer, so welcome Jordan Teze. Good stuff. As our next signing though, Manuel Akanji, mostly for the bench. And our third signing, and maybe last one, because I might save some money for January and for contracts. Welcome to the club, Felix Nemetcha. I think him and Akanji may have played together, or maybe completely wrong, but that is our team. Just Yilmaz to go to left mid, then we're all set. As actually, I was talking about saving. We've only got 30 million left after contracts. Not that good. Thought we'd have more, but look at the start for our Premier League season. I don't mind that, as Leeds United marching on together, hopefully marching behind us as we beat them first game. Come on, let's make it happen. Really good team now, and it's going to only be 1-1. Not what we needed, but then still we have recovered in the games afterwards as we progressed ahead to see our Champions League group, where we have Napoli, Villarreal, and Sparta Praha. Oh my days, and I was about to say I'm worried, but look at that table. City below us, Chelsea below us, Man United just above us. We need to get top 4 to get Champions League again next year, and I was gonna say maybe, but we definitely need it, as we came third in our group. Napoli win it, Villarreal second, Ulsan Slava Praha finishing third and fourth, but at least we've got Europa League to try and cushion the blow. As LASK, I don't mind them actually. I see Arsenal, Villarreal, Leipzig, and PSG though. And, well, this is not what I expected when we got knocked out of the Champions League. We're in the Europa League final with Lille, as I saw we beat Nice, and PSG got knocked out. Well done to the French teams, as we beat Dortmund as well as beating Celtic in what was a very good and successful Europa League run, as we won the Premier League. Now, I don't know how we've actually done that, because we were losing games for the fun of it, but we've gone ahead and done it, but not the FA Cup. And did we do the Carabao? No, we didn't. Still though, what a season. What a season, as a 90 rated Adebayo, almost 90 Abraham. They must have scored just a plethora of goals and an almost 90 defense with a decent keeper. But what would make this season perfect? Beating Lille and getting in the Champions League by doing a tasty double. Premier League and Europa, Jurgen Klopp's farewell dream, but no, we don't get it. Wycombe beaten, and we can't outmuscle the French side, even though we dominated. So a shameful ending to a successful season, which has been up and down, and hopefully next year is only just up. As I want to see the money, because we saved 30 million last year, and we did just win the league as £233 million for little old Wycombe chairboys can spend. As improvement-wise, our job is made very easy for us because Traore's going down and the midfield as Nemecha was injured with an ACL for 8 months. So yes, we definitely need to replace him now, as he could step to the bench in a moment alongside a 41 rated Sadlier. And sadly, of course, he's not going to get played, so let's get replacing and find some new additions. As our first signing, not the most expensive of a trio that we're getting, it's Mika Biereth. A humble little signing coming across from Arsenal as we've got a big gun for our midfield. One of two. As Bruno Guimaraes, we know he's got the strength and the physicality in him. Loves to leave an elbow in on some players, as one player I didn't think was strong, Fabio Moretti. And I know we haven't got the strongest of benches, but we've got the strongest of midfield. We've paid a lot of money for that, as I'm going to do a physicality check. Cashin is 90 rated, and yes, we've got everyone over 80. As we won the Community Shield in the background with that team, so telling me it's strong enough. As Brighton Hove Albion first up here, and we're at the Amex. Come on, get a result. We do. Good one. And Lyndon Dykes is the Brighton scorer. A brilliant result against familiar foe. As speaking of, we've got Villarreal again in our UCL group with Wolfsburg and Shakhtar, but hopefully this time Villarreal can't sink us. And it's back to mid-table mediocrity again, and I don't get it. Hopefully we've done well in Europe. As usually I celebrate this. When we do bad in the league, it does mean good in Europe. But this time I'm fed up. I mean, we've signed such good players as well. I mean, Traore's going down. Maybe he has to come out. His physicality's not there, so we're going to replace him with Nemecha and play him on the left and move Yilmaz on the right. And just studying the ratings. How are we 10th? And we're through in the Champions League. I don't understand it. As we topped the group with 0 defeats, the Premier League is an unpredictable beast. As let's just forget about it. Focus on Inter. Come on, lads. We should be beating them. And with the team that we have, we should be beating Inter. And finally, wow, it took penalties. And I mean, we did get through. Can't be too disheartened as Barcelona next. Let's shove it to them. And come on, lads. Let's do it. Win in the first leg. Adebayo, you beautiful man. And that's just what we needed as the second leg a draw. And I can start being happier as we're progressing in the UCL. There's no PSG. I don't know who they got beat by, as Juve are our opponent. Come on, Wycombe. We get a result, and please, Marseille, beat Atleti. As a Marseille final wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, as Wycombe Wanderers will be in it. As have we got them. Their game's at 1-1. We're going to see shortly. Please be Marseille. Oh, but it isn't. Atleti in the final. And please be a league resurgence. I'm going to check it. As no, it isn't. That is frustrating, as if we lose to Atleti, gotta go again in the Conference League, as this is the team we have for the UCL final, which looks like a must-win. As here we go. This is the final, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we're in the away kit. Not the greatest feeling, and it's not the greatest kit. Sorry, Wycombe fans. We'll still try and win the UCL in it. Yeah, I just think we could have played in the black and blue. Oh well, get on with it. Give a good account of ourselves. As when you really deep it, we're playing Simeone's dream here. 4-4-2 with physical players, as this could be a good start. We've got it across the field. And Yilmaz, man. Yilmaz, you have to score. But here's Tammy Abraham, and he's trying to get away from players. Good work from Tammy. He's done it. He slipped players, and Adebayo is through. Adebayo to strike. The battery force up front just slipping into motion. We need to get a link up here. As Abraham to go out wide. Feeding it into Nemecha, and Nemecha over the top. A good block. Molina We'll have the corner ball, please. As we've got tall players. So I'm going to try a routine here. Get it back, stick. Adebayo over the top. As it should have been a goal. We'll try it again, though. Fabio Moretti. Hakan Çalhanoğlu meets it. As that's the final chance before half-time. And so far, you know, I'd say Atleti's been on top. That's possessionally, of course, because we've had more chances. Just half chances, though. Adebayo's been the best. That header coming just from a well-worked corner as Tammy Abraham right here. Chip that in the middle as he failed to do that. And Boniface, what a good tackle on him. I think it was cash in. And here we could cash in. Good run from Yilmaz as we'll switch it this time because it didn't work fully. Here's Bruno G. And this is really showing exactly why I wanted to play Marseille and not Atletico. As maybe a chance here, though. Tammy Abraham now into the middle. And Felix Nemecha. That has to be a goal. But still, he's got the ball. He actually stole it right there when I wasn't expecting it. And that is a run. And that is a corner, right. Good save, Trubin. Let's try a corner tactic. Has to work at some point as let's swing this in. That's a good ball. A very good save as well. Think we've got a tactic here. Moretti down low and another good save. Man, can we just score? Still no luck though and hang about. Don't let them score. Block from Teze. Still no luck though and hang about. Oh, last minute referee. Just play on. And after 90 minutes, deadlock still not broken, so extra time awaits. And we've got to be careful. As whilst Tammy has the ball here, can we just point out how many players Atletico have defended? Absolutely shocking tactics. Still though, Adebayo, he's managed to slip through. It's Elijah Adebayo! And that is the goal that we needed. He has scored here. Just a tap across. And it's all down to him. He's made the little move himself. Cut inside. Marquinhos couldn't get across. Trubin misses it. And Wycombe in front. As after that goal as well, nothing to come in that first half. So here we are, just waiting the time down. I mean, to be fair, it's worked. And their move is going on here. Ravella in the middle. We need to save it. And with that save from our keeper Noble, Wycombe Wanderers have won the UCL. As that's some achievement. With physical players as well, not much skill, as you can tell in that finale. Apart from Elijah Adebayo with them twinkly feet, as Estive, one of our centre-backs, is going to lift the trophy into the night sky, as that is another challenge ticked off the list. As if you want to see this with another team or another challenge or just another thing in general, comment it down below.